Hello everyone, thank you for joining us once again on the channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time of day that we may be reaching you. We'd like to say a very big welcome to you all. If you're joining us for the very first time, please do well to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Now, to all of our existing subscribers, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up on our posts as they come your way. Thank you and God bless you. Now, on today's report, the Northern Elders Forum has said that thousands of Northerners are selling their permanent voters cards for about 2,000 naira. Now, ahead of the forthcoming elections, INEC has actually released the memorandum that voters' cards are ready for collection and that everybody could go to their various local governments and wards and whatever to pick up their voters' card. Now, the Northern Elders Forum has raised an alarm that the permanent voters' cards are being mopped up by prospective electorates and by politicians in northern Nigeria. And according to the Northern Elders Forum, thousands of Northerners are actually selling their PVCs for about 2,000 naira each. Well, we're going to go into the details in full and let's see. The Northern Elders Forum, the NEF, has raised alarm over the mopping up of permanent voters card PVC from prospective electorates by politicians in the northern Nigeria. Now, the NEF, who described this action as a way of disenfranchising large numbers of citizens, said that each PVC is sold for less than 2,000 naira. Now, in a statement signed by the Director, Publicity and Advocacy of the Northern Elders Forum, the NEF, Dr. Akim Baba Ahmed, said that the action is voter suppression attempt to reduce the voting powers of the North. Now, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has confirmed what the public has been aware of in the last few weeks. This is the widespread and targeted buying of permanent voters cards, PVCs, in many parts of the North and a few other parts of Nigeria. The Northern Elders Forum had followed this worrying phenomenon, advising community leaders and major stakeholders on the dangers of disenfranchising large numbers of citizens. We have also undertaken our own investigation, which prompts this public warning. Thousands or possibly even millions of Northern voters, particularly women, are being made to surrender their PVCs for a pittance. In most instances, not more than 2,000 naira. Now, in some instances, they are told that their cards will be returned to them after they are processed for additional payments as poverty relief. No cards are returned. Our investigations suggest that this is an aggressive and blatant voter suppression attempt to reduce the voting powers of the North, the statement said. Now, the NEF has said that INEC has assured them that this practice in itself will not compromise its systems and processes. The group alleged that people who are involved in this practice appear to be working for different parties, but they target communities where they assume their parties or candidates have comparative advantages or disadvantages. The NEF, however, advised registered voters not to part with their PVCs under any circumstances, irrespective of which party or candidate they support. Northerners must vote in the forthcoming elections, as this is the only way our region can reverse its current fortunes and circumstances. To sell your card now or sell your vote in next year's elections is to betray your responsibility to improving our circumstances and future. Every Northerner should know that our voting population and turnout during elections are the only powers we have left, but we can use them to affect who will lead us at the next elections. Voters from other parts of the country are jealously guarding their voting opportunities. Our relative poverty now is no excuse to surrender the opportunity to improve our future. The Northern Elders Forum calls on INEC to intensify its public awareness campaign against this dangerous threat to rights of all voters to vote. It calls on all authorities to raise levels of vigilance and arrest this practice. Now, the Northern Elders Forum also calls on the federal and state governments to intensify the campaign against violent threats that could prevent millions of voters in the North and many other citizens in other parts of the country from voting. Now, INEC should sustain its effort to conduct credible elections next year, the statement added. Well, that is it on the details of today's report. And we can see that the Northern Elders Forum has raised an alarm to an impending danger that is happening right now in the northern Nigeria. Politicians are actually mopping up PVCs from various electorates, and they are even buying PVCs from people for less than 2,000 naira. And some of the times they deceive these people into telling them that, oh, they are taking these cards for further clearance, and it will be given back to them after the necessary clearance has been done. Well, we like to urge Nigerians to know that your PVC is your right. Your PVC is the power that you wield, that you control. And under no circumstance should you actually release your permanent voter's card to anyone or anybody, any corporate body or any individual or any political party. It is your right. It is your personal property. That is what each and every one of us will be able to use to vote in the forthcoming elections. Without your PVC, you will not be able to vote. And we urge Nigerians to know this and know that it is the power that they hold to be able to bring in the person that they want come 2023. We do hope that INEC is going to actually take strict measures to combat all this. Well, that's all we can take on the details of today's report. Until we come your way next time, do well to stay safe. Bye-bye.